right, guys. Got a little more work done tonight. You can see there's a bunch of oil which we spilled putting in the power steering pump. I got to clean it up. Came in here tonight, went ahead. I got the steering column mounted. It's in the truck. The wheels turn. Got one more bolt I need to kind of massage into place, and that thing is nice and solid. Got brakes. I want to put one reinforcement on it, see what I got. But man, this thing is starting to kind of fall into place. I should have my wiring harness tomorrow for the LS. Still working on what I'm going to do for the VATs. No big deal. We'll figure that one out one way or another. I have a standalone harness over here that I think, even worst case, I can at least get everything, like have lights, all that good stuff. But right now, I want to get my LS harness in place. But it steers. Get these things. What's going on, Rob? This thing steers. Get this thing bled out so that it stops. And it's just get this engine running. I got transmission. I gotta bolt up the transfer case and figure out a rear drive shaft. I don't know where my rear drive shaft is went. I've taken it out, and who knows? There's no telling. But I found there's a field full of them just a few miles up the road, and for $50, I just hate to spend $50 on it. Then, of course, we get to put the lowering kit on this thing. Wheels and tire. I need wheels and tires before I do that, though, because I put the lowering kit, I won't be able to move it. Nice. What do you start, man? What's your car? I think you told me the last time you were in, but my memory's horrible. Okay. I had a couple Camaros. My first car was a Berlinetta, an 82, actually an 83 Camaro, third gen car. We had a 73 Z28. It was a clone car, but it had the RS grill on it. I always liked the second gens. Honestly, the early second gens are probably my favorite Camaro. Not to say I don't like the 79, but just prefer the early. Yeah, I'd have been pretty tempted there myself. But there's one more thing. I mean, even the rear glass, the way it looks, although it's a blind spot, I know, but I even like the rear glass a little better on them. So, again, both are good-looking cars. Just it's kind of like I've got a Duster sitting out back that somebody's abandoned here. To be honest with you, if I can get a title for the car, I'm probably going to strip the front end off of it and turn it into a Demon. I'll turn it into a Dodge. Man, I've been trying to keep things going live, but to be honest with you, nobody wants to sit here and look at the front of the car while I'm running around, and my webcam that I got just did not work out for me. Okay, trust me. He's got most of the parts to build a car there. It just, honestly, you look back, I painted this car for the guy, and he just kind of flaked out on me. Yeah. I'm honestly, after tonight, after what I just got done, I wanted to jump on live for about 30 minutes, and I'm gonna head to the house, get something to eat. But I'm feeling pretty confident what's going on with this one. Once I get, my only problem is this weekend. I've already had plans, so we're going somewhere. But as soon as I can get back to it, it's heads under, you know. I'll try and check you out. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I'll be out here. I got what I wanted to do done. Honestly, I wanted to be able to steer and hit my brakes and my steering done yesterday. I finished up my steering tonight. Um, kind of at a standstill, waiting on a few more parts. But I got to get the bed put on it, and then I think I'm gonna strap the original tank into it and just make that work for now. Oh yeah. That's what I was doing. Problem was, it's what you saw was just this, and I was running the back, so I'd come back and forth, and you'd have a couple people stop by, and hey, I got a few hundred views out of the ones I did post. I'm uh, I'm not really trying to compete with anybody. I'm just kind of turning it on and leave. So I don't want to step on anybody else's toes. I know all the no name guys. You got your lives. I don't. I'm I want to try and go to some of them, and I want to try and visit, but at the same time, I've got this stuff going on, so I'm just kind of turning mine on and leaving it on. Kind of trying to do a more of a almost a complete build on live, but like I said, it's I need a little more mobility, so I'm going to have to come up with some kind of a stand or something. I'm going to pull this around a little bit. People are watching; they want to see what's going on, not hear it in the background. That's the way I would be. I mean, I wouldn't stick around if I'm just staring at the front of the truck while somebody's around back behind it. That's one thing about a lot of these chats. I'm going to try and figure out if I can ever. I wish I could get one where people could actually get on and talk. But I know that can be kind of a cluster at times. But then I'd be able to talk in the shop, and while I'm working, somebody could yell out something. I know they're there. At least give me some kind of indication what's going on, that kind of thing. Yep. Yeah, the first truck I put together, uh, 62 D100. Slant six. It's not going to pull in a lot of viewers, but it should have pulled more than I did. That's all on me though. That's learning what I'm doing. Amen. Strangely enough, there is an audience for everyone, but I have seen some crazy stuff get lots of views. Holy crap. A deep pinning set came in. I think it's the same thing about 100 times. Man, look at all these. What's up, Windsor? Figure out what I'm going to eat for dinner tonight before long. Oh. That's one of the hard things too, is I got to get some help out here. At least get me cleaning up my shop. Because man, you get so busy doing all this crap, man, and everything's laying everywhere before you know it. I'm the world's worst about use it and lay it down. That's on me. That don't sound bad. I don't know. I think we got some chicken I ate too. It's one of those things you got to cook right away. It seems like it just doesn't last anymore. I don't know. Sounds pretty good. I don't know. I'm kind of letting the wife kind of determine what it's going to be tonight, because I'm, like I said, I've been out here on this one. Getting up, then again, though, I still have to get up and go to work in the morning. So nice. Honestly, man, I'd rather have legs or thighs any day over any other chicken. That's what I always buy. So I love wings, but I can buy legs and thighs and for a quarter of the price and do it the same way. I'm sitting in a car with a that is one of the best things I ever did, was moved closer to where I work. Dude, I live 3 miles from work now. I get up in the morning, I get my shower, and I can be at work 5 minutes later. I'm going to tell you, land in this area is higher because it's worth it. I don't have to drive. I don't have that 1 hour drive anymore. That's one of the best things that ever happened to me. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was used to driving 60, 70 miles to work. Moved in, I've got a few acres, I got this, and shit, it was worth it. Funny, I had a farm and county next to this one. That's kind of where I first bought out. It was 10, 15 acres. We lived out there for the first 5, 6 years, and then found a place close to town, moved in a neighborhood. I'm going to tell you, that did not work for me. I am not neighborhood material. So we got out of that one. We found this place. That's where we've been. All the kids are gone now, so I don't know how much longer this one's going to stay. I don't know. It's a whole lot of house for 2 people. But that's part of it. Thanks for the likes there, guys. Appreciate it. And the other thing I've got for this is, this was an air truck, or this, of course, the Yukon was air. I've got the air conditioning pump. I'm thinking that I'm going to convert it into an air compressor and leave it on. Possibility of putting at least a passive air system in the suspension after I get it dropped in. Said I got my new keys here. I got to do some research tonight too. Get on LT1 swap, make sure I'm where I need to be fuel line wise and all that good stuff. But got my adapters running all 6AN, all aircraft. Got 3/8 aluminum fuel lines. Everything should be solid. Like I said, the only thing I got left is to make sure this fuel pump and this other old tank is good. Got a spot. I've got a ton to do. And to be honest with you, I've got 2 weeks to do what I want to do. I may end up taking a couple of days vacation to finish it up, to be honest with you. Because if I can get maybe Thursday and Friday of next week, get this thing hammered out and make it to LS. I really want to make it to LS Fest bad. I want to take this truck to LS Fest. I think getting out there and being seen, talking about the channel a little bit with some people, I think is one of the most important things I can do. That's what I want to do with this one eventually. I mean, I get this one running, drive it, get it going. I'll pull this engine out, freshen it up, probably again find me a 4L80E and then possibly talk about some turbo. I really want to end up with a turbo all-wheel drive in this truck. And next week I don't have to take 4 days. I might look at it. I've got the vacation now to take. I was wanting to save it for next year, but I don't know. I might take the whole week. If I've got all my parts together and I can get this thing in here and get it, I don't doubt for a minute I can get this done for No Name Nationals. I can get this truck usable for that. LS Fest, I should be working right now instead of talking on live. That's the truth. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of great ones. Those kits are even some. I mean, even if I went with the little Chinese turbo kits, there, you know, I know that's a popular thing because $600-700 you throw one in and you're going, but you got a $600 or $700 turbo kit at the end of the day too, you know. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get this truck done, man. I should be there. A few weeks ago, I drove out past it. Posted a few videos. I drove by the Jeffers Motorsports Park. So Sykeston, we went over. There's a bridge in Cairo, Illinois, that is go through 3 states in about 3 minutes. You know, you start out Kentucky, you cross over, you go into Cairo, Illinois, which is this narrow bridge, about the same as there was between the lakes before they imploded them a few years back. Narrow thing. Then you go through Cairo, you come over through Cairo, and you go into Missouri, and it cuts down in half. I'm telling you, it's the narrowest, jankiest little bridge I have ever went across when we went over to Mississippi. Yeah, you can bypass that one. You'll go north of it. We're part of Ohio. Okay. I've actually spent some time up Dayton. There's a closer to Miamisburg. We went to a few breweries there in Dayton. Dayton had a Warped Wing and a couple places. Spent some time there, but around Miamisburg, it's Yaskawa Robots. Went to do some training up there with work I used to work at. Yeah, there's the yeah. Miamisburg was a pretty cool little town. Just a little bump. There's a few spots there here and there in it. Like I said, Dayton. We went to there's an area up there that had several breweries. We went up there one night while we were training. Had a good time. Probably too good a time. We were all about 40% the next morning for training. All right, man. Well, I wanted to touch base, say hi to everybody. I appreciate you guys that stopped by, but I've got to go get something to eat. May come back out here. We'll see if I do. Like I said, I'll try and look up your live here in a little bit, Rob. Or I guess that's tomorrow, ain't it? Tomorrow, somebody else today. Dude, there's lots of good breweries if you look for them in every town, almost. There's none in Sykeston, I can tell you that. I've done looked. All right, cool deal. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking tonight, but yeah, tomorrow night, I'll try and look you up. Appreciate you coming out, dude. Later.